Hey everybody, it's Mark Masters. Always Booking Comedy, special Labor Day edition, holiday. Lucky that I remembered to get on the stream because it's a weird Monday. We're here every Monday, 6:30 p.m. Mountain. That's 8:30 on the East Coast, 5:30 on the West Coast, and we're talking about comedy and booking comedy and silly, funny stuff. And today we're joined by Jason Wilhite. Did I say that right?
Yeah.
All right, Wilhite from Colorado Springs, who I've never seen, but have talked to on the phone before. So this is exciting. I walked by Oscar Blues several times this weekend in downtown Colorado Springs because I was staying in a hotel right around the corner and headlining a comedy club right around the corner from there. And we're
You
gonna.
didn't stay till Sunday.
I did not. I did stay till Sunday. I left on Sunday.
I just mean for the show.
Oh, right. Well, I'm always booking comedy, but I could not get booked on that show. It was
I know.
it was full or something. I don't know what was going on, but I'm trying to learn more, and that's what the point of this web series, podcast, whatever you call it is. I'd love to hear about it. Let's start right there. So you run a show at Oscar Blues, which is interesting because my Lodo comedy show, which is in downtown Denver, is also at an Oscar Blues bar and grill.
Which is where I first actually met you. Yeah.
Oh, that's right. You're at the Mary Mac show.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, so I have seen you in person. Okay.
We talked that night briefly, but it was an exciting night. So
yeah, I had a lot going on.
I'm not very memorable, so it's fun.
Okay, so
go ahead.
Talk to me about how was your show last night? How'd it go?
Bad turnout, which was upsetting because
what happened, Jason? All of Colorado Springs turned out for Mark Masters at 3E's Comedy Club all weekend, and they were just comedied out.
I forgot about that. Horrible timing. But yeah, it was Gabby Gutierrez Reed, who I'd never seen do a headlining set, and Kelsey Wood, who I think
both very funny. That's great.
All great comedians, but that was the most fun duo we've had, and it really bummed me out that they didn't get the turnout they deserve. But they worked with it and they were great, so it was just fine.
Yeah, that happens. How do you define bad turnout? Like single digits? Or we talking 10, 20 or
maybe like half the room was full, and I don't know what the capacity is of the room, but if it goes to tell you anything, even the open micers came. They usually hang out in the bar area. They came in to watch Gabby, so that goes to show you how good she did.
That's awesome.
How good she is, but yeah, and Kelsey.
Yeah, they're both terrific. Was Jason Alexander there?
He was there. He was there for the open mic. Yeah.
Nice. He opened for me at 3E's all weekend.
Oh, okay. Yeah. Good guy.
Yeah. So okay, well that's exciting. And so
screen went black 1 second.
Was
okay,
anybody?
We're good.
Are you talking to me?
Yeah, my screen went black, so I didn't know if I was okay here still. But
okay. So how did you find Gabby and Kelsey?
Gabby I've seen somewhere, but I can't place it. And I just thought she was funny, and I'd seen her stuff online, and then I'd heard of Kelsey because she does the I didn't know she did stand-up, actually. I knew she did this series thing with your guest from last week, Jeff Stonick, the Let's Celebrate web series she does.
Okay.
And I didn't really know she was a stand-up. I just knew she was kind of, I don't know, a goofy girl on that show. But Gabby said, can I bring Kelsey? And I was like, sure. And so that's how I found out that she did stand-up.
That's awesome. Yeah, she's got great energy, a lot of fun.
Yeah.
I'm trying to actually book her on some of my shows recently. So good company. Okay, so turnout's a little bit low. How do you respond to that as a show producer?
Go in the corner and be happy that I'm not actually on stage.
Can you feel it? Can you feel a difference between a half full room and a full room in that?
I personally can, because I get real. I don't know if self-conscious is the word, but I get very, whatever. I get upset about it, and I'm like, there needs to be more people, and I feel bad for the comics that it's not a full room. But we've had all really good rooms. I've been doing this. I think that was my 11th show here. It's a weekly show.
Okay.
So everyone except I can think of one other for sure that wasn't a great turnout, but everyone's been great. Every show's been great. My favorite week was Christy Buckley. I think she was the 4th week I was doing it. She came down, and it was like the show starts at 6:30. It's an early show, and it was like 6:28, and she looked at me and said, "Well, hey, what the hell did you book me on?" It's like, it's a show. I don't know. I'm sorry. The turnouts have been so good. by 6:35 the room was packed and she killed, and it was awesome. So
Nice. Awesome. Christy's
that's
so
what I always hope for when it looks like a slow night. But when it just ends up being a slow night.
So how do you draw people? How do you get the word out about this?
Well, we're about to launch a website, or not website, but like event pages I'm about to put up on Facebook and Instagram that will have a video that Jeff Stonick made for us.
Oh, nice.
He claims he sent me the rough drafts today, but no, his emails with links haven't been working. So I will see later tonight, and then hopefully get those pages up. But really, it's just been, well, there was a show there previously, I should say. So it's been going on there Sunday nights for over 4 years.
Wow.
And so I took over booking, like I said, just recently, along with the hosts, who are John Bueno and Austin Brinker. And Austin Brinker is one of the originators of the show there.
Nice.
And then he had left it at one point, and now he's back hosting.
Okay. Is he still running mushrooms?
Yeah. That's his job. Yeah.
Yeah. He's making them for anybody who's not psilocybin or din or whatever. By the way, random fact, I saw that word psilocybin written down for the first time this week, and not how I would have spelled it. So Mark Masters learning a new word, how to spell. Had no idea it had that silent P on the front of it.
Oh yeah.
Psilocybin. But he's making like restaurant quality mushrooms.
Yeah, only those.
Oh, okay. Maybe I guess I don't.
No, he does. He sells to a lot of local restaurants and works the farmers markets. He does it. It's a full-time living. So yeah.
Yeah, that's incredible. That's fun. Funny guy too.
We had our first ever meeting about putting together these shows in his farm.
Nice. That's awesome. That's cool. Okay, so you're gonna try and make some Facebook event pages. What did you do before those Facebook event pages? It was just
well, that's what I'm saying. Is it kind of had word of mouth as it is.
Okay.
A lot of people had a falling out. I'm not going to say anything about anybody, but a lot of people had a falling out with the previous guy who was booking it, as far as booking comics. And then some people just don't care for him, the open micers. But anyway, so there was a bit of a thing. So then just announced that, new people are doing it, new regime, as someone called it. And then
so how does like a public person, just a normal
right
street who comes and fills a seat?
That's what I was getting at. So the people that were coming before that had stopped knew that someone new would be doing it, so they were coming back to open micers and that. And there were some audience members who weren't coming because they said the shows just weren't very good, and then they've kind of come back and were like, we just thought we'd check it out. And so really it's just been word of mouth. And then upstairs in the restaurant area they have flyers and everything, and there were some flyers with announcements of new hosts and stuff. So and really I don't know exactly how everyone found out, or if everyone found out. A lot of people still go to just comedy shows to go to a comedy show.
Yeah, but how did they? So that's what I'm trying to get at. Take the Christy Buckley show. There, I don't know, 75 people there. How do you think those 75 people found out? Did Christy draw them? Do you have posters hanging up? Yeah,
there's posters hanging up there. There's a few downtown in the area. So I don't know. I don't know if
you put those up, or does Oscar Blues do that?
Both. They have them printed, and I put them up. Or they paid me to print them, whatever.
Nice. So, and do you design them, or do they?
I do.
Okay.
Yeah, they said they were going to, and it's taken forever to get anything done. So, I kind of just. Nice. Well, John, one of our hosts, he does graphic design, and I've kind of learned some stuff.
Real quick, how do you walk me through getting a poster hung up in a business that is not Oscar Blues? Pick one in particular. How do you make that happen? And just tell us about that.
Hey, we're down the street, Oscar Blues. We do.
Can you name a specific business?
I can't think of the name of it. The bookstore. It's on the same street. Chinook.
Tattered.
Is it Tattered? Is that the one in Denver that just opened down here?
Yeah.
Okay, then that one.
Okay, so Tattered Cover. So you want to hang a book there? That's a big corporation.
I didn't hang anything there. They just allowed me to put little flyers. We have little quarter-page flyers.
Okay.
That they let me just put in there. I didn't ask to hang anything up.
Like on a table?
Yeah, on there, like the desk when you buy something, the counter.
Okay, the checkout area.
Yes, exactly.
And so you walk in there and you just put them down, or do you talk to somebody?
No. I told someone who I am and who I'm with and all that, and so yeah. And then they're like, yeah, that's fine. And I said, if you ever have anything you want us to do for you or anything to promote, we'll be happy to put it out where we have flyers and stuff. So, yeah.
Okay, nice. And now it's pretty easy. Have you ever had a business say, no, you can't leave those here?
No, and I haven't been to many, to be honest. So, I don't know. I mean, these days it seems like everything promotion happens enough online where we haven't really bothered. Like we did before the first week of shows, there was a big event downtown. So we did like outdoor flyering and stuff. Barking, I guess, as they call it. I don't know.
Barking. Nice. Good, Jason. That's great.
I don't like that term. Yeah, so I can't answer you as to exactly how the people find out or whatever. There's
Okay.
an Eventbrite that gets
We're getting there.
traction.
We've figured out a bunch. There's just like word of mouth. There's people who have been before, repeat customers. There's people who see flyers at local businesses. There's people who see flyers at Oscar Blues. And then you just mentioned online stuff. Give me an example of some online stuff you guys.
Well, right now, it's just me, my own Facebook and Instagram promoting it, which I don't have much pull at all. No one cares about me. But that's why I'm getting the event pages done, which I've been waiting till we had a good video to put up. And
okay.
So yeah, I'm going to be working on that this week as soon as I have the video finished. And yeah, because I don't know if you know Russell Keller down here, the Pike's Pub Show. Yeah. He gets great turnouts. He's really good at building the pages and doing all that stuff. And he's actually, much credit to him for this, because he sat down with me before we even did a show and talked to me about how he does everything, even shared all his spreadsheets with me. And so
that's amazing. Share some tips. What were some of the top things you took away from that?
He just showed me like how he makes flyers using Canva, which I'd never used Canva. I'd never used anything like that. And so I've learned it pretty well. And then other tips, I don't really know. But see, his is a paid show, so it's a little different. So really it was just about talking to someone about like for the ins and outs. Like he told me what he pays, which I can't pay that much. We do a free show, but it's I think we kind of compete with him, but as far as money goes, but yeah, he just shared with me more than anything like what he does. And
okay, so you have a free show. You did mention Eventbrite. Is your free show on Eventbrite?
It is, and I put almost no effort into it because I did like the first one or two, and it gets like no views. I think in total I've had 11 people like click on there saying they'd be at the show.
Okay.
You know, book tickets, so to speak, but we don't book tickets.
Yeah.
We don't do tickets.
Okay, well, you found that that's helpful. You found that Eventbrite in Colorado Springs at Oscar Blues isn't super helpful.
And not for me, I guess. I don't know. I might not be doing something right. I really am not sure. Russell did show me how to do Eventbrite. I was very intimidated by it.
Yeah, but, there's a lot on it.
I need to get a photo that really fits that format, and I don't have one. Hopefully Jeff's going to have one for me for the event thing where it's that.
Yeah, the banner. The Eventbrite banner. It's a weird aspect ratio.
Yeah, it's a pain in the ass is what it is. But
I can help you with that. If you send me a picture of the room, just take a picture when it's full with like people laughing and a comedian on stage. I can crop it for you.
That's what's almost impossible. Have you seen the room? It's long. It's a long room.
No, Jason, did we mention this earlier? I haven't been there.
I don't know if you've been there or not before. It's been open for 6 years. So I don't know.
we gotta get me down there at some point.
I was trying, and then they told me I can't book right now for holiday season. So.
Okay. 2024. I just booked my first gig in the second half of 2024 today. A club weekend in June of 2024. Everybody, you won't know where it is or how to. I don't really know what to do. Like I can't promote it now. That's 9 months from now. Yeah. And if I that's like a weird. It's new to me to have stuff so far into the future.
Well, it was interesting to me because one of the things when she took me on to do these shows was that she wanted shows booked in advance, because previously they were like being booked week of. Headliners or people were never announced. That was my big thing, is I wanted to like let people know who's going to be there, even if they don't know who it is. At least can see a face and be like, oh, okay. But so yeah, I've been booking up to I started 2 months ago, and I had up to November booked, like within I don't even know how long, not long, but so she said she would like to have like a month and a half in advance. So I went over that and kind of went a bit too far, but anyway, I'm up to the end of November now, and they won't let me go further in case holiday parties get booked or something. So
sure. Cool. How are you booking? You just sending like Instagram DMs, or how do you find?
Yeah, a lot of the people I already know. I've been kind of, known, not known, that sounds stupid, but I've known a lot of people in like the Denver scene since for like 15 years. And I used to book a show down here like 12, 13 years ago. And so yeah, I just know a lot of people. And then the ones I don't, I'll just, send a message to on Instagram or Facebook, whatever. And then my friend Brad Galley, who lives up in Denver now. I don't know why I say now, he's been there for a long time. He does a show, and he gave me a list of some people I might not know of. So that's helped me a little bit with people I don't know. Austin and John are both know people. So
Yeah. Oh, that's right. You got comics co-running it with you as well.
well, yeah, they host it. So yeah,
That's cool. Do they co-host it, or do they?
They alternate.
Okay.
Yeah, they did like a co-hosting thing for the first one we did, and I think realized, well, John actually said that they have no chemistry, and they really, I mean, they're cool guys, and they both stayed, friendly and everything.
I
co-host weird on stage.
The show that I run in Breckenridge. I'll frequently co-host it. I'd say more often than not, I co-host it, and it's kind of fun. It's different. But it's very unusual to be a co-host.
Yeah, if you're not like, you mean both on stage at the same time?
Yeah, exactly. Although it's a 3 foot by 3 foot stage, so we don't both fit on the stage, but we're both in the stage area at the same time. And we use a wireless mic, so one of us will have wireless mic and like run around the auditorium theater and like man on the street, talk to people in the audience.
Right.
The whole idea is just get people focused and get the energy up and set up the other comics to have a great show. It's a challenge co-hosting. I find it to be harder than just telling jokes.
Yeah, I would think so. Yeah, I used to go to like the Fine Gentlemen's Club when they used to do their thing, the Too Much Fun shows, and 4 of them on a stage. It always blew me away. Like, how do they not make this weird?
Huh.
The Brawlers too, they do it.
Yeah, 3 of them. I've seen that. So okay, so can we talk about Pepitone?
Yeah, I guess.
Is it happening, or did it already happen?
It already didn't happen.
Oh no. Okay, well, let's back up. This sounds like good story.
Yes.
So Eddie Pepitone is a big comedian. You interacted with him somehow. How did that start?
Well, JT Haberset is kind of runs their little tours, and he opens for Eddie, and they're friends. And so I've known JT for a while, and they were going to be coming through. And so I was like, well, let's do a Colorado Springs show. And so I reached out I wanted to do it at Oscar Blues. That didn't work out. It's a long story that isn't worth hearing for anyone. That didn't work out. So I went with another venue, actually where Russell does his show. We were going to try and do it there. They had an event happening they couldn't change. So then I went with my third option, which was Looney's. And we had it scheduled. And I won't, I left it with the venue.
What night of the week are we talking about?
Going to be a Wednesday. So
okay.
And Looney's done
off night.
Yeah, but they'll do special events on those nights, like for stuff like that. But ticket sales weren't great so far, and so I think it was about 10 days out. Decided to pull it. I didn't, but
the venue or the artist?
The venue, yeah.
Okay, interesting.
And so then
was it a flat pay thing, or was it a door deal?
Yeah, it was guarantee. So,
okay.
No, we'd offered them both, but they went with one of the guarantee.
Well, that makes sense now.
Yeah.
In retrospect.
And I felt really bad about it. JT was very he was cool about it. He was very nice. He said, look, I know it's not your fault, everything, all that kind of stuff. But they had stayed up in Fort Collins that night and did an extra show. The guy who I was gonna have on the show here, like opened for them, who I love, and was really bummed out, Phil Corridor. I talked to David up in Fort Collins and got Phil put on the show up there, so that worked.
Oh, that was nice of you. Really
I
cool.
felt bad for him because I was like, I love that guy and he's so damn funny. But
yeah,
I thought he'd be great with Eddie because he's such a weirdo. But anyway, so that's the one silver lining, is that I got that to still work out.
That's good. That's good. Well, what a hustler you were to try and make that happen, and that going to a big comedy club and getting on the calendar and having them set up the tickets. And it sounds like it didn't work out in the end, but it was pretty ambitious of you.
Yeah, yeah. Well, I mean, it's not like I just approach them blindly. I've known them for years and years and years, but yeah. So anyway, we'll do something together in the future.
So, what kind of lesson did you take away from that? Do you think there's more marketing that could have been done? Do you think like the club or the artist or the producer could have done more, or do you think it was just like a Wednesday night? It's hard to sell a lot of tickets.
Um, I'm going to decline answering that because I want to sound like I'm saying I'm
I'll ask
placing
you
blame
when
on
the
anyone.
recording's done. I'll ask you privately. That's fair. That's
All right.
fair. Okay. Well, let's switch back to Oscar Blues.
Sure.
And so, like, what are some of your goals for 2024? What do you hope in your best case scenario? What's going to happen down there, other than booking Mark Masters, obviously?
Well, if Mark Masters wasn't so fussy, Mark Masters could be a feature act anytime really soon. But as a headliner, I just don't have it right now.
Got it. Okay.
You want to come next week? You come on.
Next week. I'm in San Francisco, unfortunately. I'm at the Punchline Comedy Club in San Francisco. If anybody is watching this in San Francisco, that's incredible. It's like Comedy Works in Denver. I'm very excited about it. It's gonna be you buy the tickets on Live Nation. That's how big it is. It's like, I
don't even know what Live Nation is, but I'll trust you.
It's like Ticketmaster. It's the biggest competitor to Ticketmaster. If you want to get like an Avalanche ticket.
So if you want to get charged a whole bunch of extra money by pricks, go with them.
Yes, the fees are crazy. But
so goals. I would love to have regulars. Like, and then there are a couple, but I would love to have people that like are there every week. Like,
you mean customers?
Yeah.
Not comedians. Okay, that's a great goal. So let's chat. Let's brainstorm about how do you get a customer who stumbles upon your comedy show. How do you get them to come back?
Well, one thing you got to have someone who really likes comedy. So many people with comedy, it's just like a thing. Like they'll go see it. Like there's so many people that go to any show, like your show this past week. Well, not put you on the spot, but people came to your show and they laughed, they had fun. And this week, people are saying, "What'd you do over the weekend?" "Oh, I went to the comedy club. Did you see anyone good?" "Yeah, it was pretty funny. He was from Denver, I think." And like, "Yeah, he was good." But they don't remember the person, That's all I mean. Like, and it bums me out. Like people will come up to me at Oscar Blues and be like, "Hey, that one chick that you had that one time, is she gonna come back?" And I was like, "Who?" It's like, they just don't seem to.
Yeah, it's hard to be memorable. Thank you. I do want to say thank you to Colorado Springs. I had so many email newsletter signups this weekend.
Oh, cool.
It was really cool. And I had on several shows, I had lines of people wanting to buy merch and talk to me. So it was really fun. So hopefully some of those folks do come back.
Awesome. I've never actually been there.
It's a beautiful club.
And I would have come, but it was me and my wife's anniversary this weekend. I think I told you.
Well, congratulations. That's awesome. So that's interesting. It's hard to market comedians specifically, especially at my level or the level of the people who are above me or below me that you're booking. That's not the way to go. And even the shows that I book around the state of Colorado, I run like 5 shows a month right now, and I'm booking people who have like multiple late night TV appearances. They're arguably more famous than the comics you're booking, and even so, nobody knows who they are. Nobody can remember them.
Right.
A month later, they're not drawing at all. So
you didn't take offense to me saying some of these people don't remember who you are.
It's fine. It's fine. I had at least one show that wasn't very memorable this weekend. I can tell you that. And I had a couple that were really pretty good. And I think people will remember me. Will they remember my name? I don't know.
Yeah, exactly. That's what the point.
I mean, people bought books. The people who bought my books and my face is on their bookshelf now. They'll probably be able to remember me.
That's true. Yeah.
Anyway, so I think the lesson there is you promote the show. So the show is, what's the show called? Is it called Oscar Blues Sunday Night?
Call it Free Comedy Sundays, Oscar Blues.
Free Comedy Sundays. Perfect. Yeah. So that's what you need to market, and is Free Comedy Sundays. And I guess, do you say during each show, "Hey, we're back next week"?
Oh, yeah.
Back. Okay.
Yeah, and we have flyers there. And I know you don't do like Facebook or anything, but there's a weekly flyer with that week's person every week.
Do you
Made
actually I have
by
a question for you?
sorry,
Sorry. How close do you live to Oscar Blues, roughly? Drive time?
10 minutes,
10 minutes. 10 minutes. Okay.
maybe a little more, give or take.
Okay. I did pay for Facebook ads for this last weekend, and I'm curious if you happen to see one. I think you might be outside my bubble.
Oh, I can let you know.
Well, I mean, you would have already seen it. You would have seen my face in your feed.
Oh, you mean this past week?
Yeah, yeah.
And I may have, I don't know, because I do see 3E's things.
Oh, you do? Okay. Yeah,
Yeah,
this
so I
was
may have
more
just,
it was more me. There was a 3E's logo on it. I got a
and I,
little lazy because I only did an image. Usually I do when I do clubs, I usually do videos, but I had a
okay.
crazy week and
I
uh,
can't say for sure if I saw it or not. What was your miles? How many miles did you have it set to?
it was like 2 or 5. It was pretty small.
Okay,
'Cause there's a bunch of apartment complexes near
right.
there that I was trying to target.
And I usually on a VPN anyway, so I don't know if it recognized me as being there.
Okay.
Like a lot of times it thinks I'm in Denver, so
Got it.
I don't know.
So it would have been Facebook or Instagram.
Yeah, and I
So
don't.
it sounds like you didn't, and that's fine. I like somehow several thousand people saw it.
Nice.
A couple hundred clicked it. All right.
Well,
So it looks
so
like we got a question.
I would like to talk to someone about that kind of advertising. Should we do that when we're not on here, so it's not totally boring?
No, I mean we can talk about it now. I'll tell you exactly how it works. I mean, I
Oh,
think
okay.
it's
Yeah,
useful.
yeah.
And then we got a question for the audience. I'll tell you
Well,
briefly. I'll give you the like highlights, and then if you have questions, I'd be happy to connect with you
I've talked
offline.
to a couple people about it, but okay.
You
Yeah, go ahead.
basically like you start out, you go to business.facebook.com.
Right.
With my secret, and I got this from other comedians, and I've passed it along to other comedians that are big name comedians that are now using it around the country. Is when you start an ad campaign, there's like 9 different kinds of campaigns, and the one you want is drive traffic to a website. So you're trying to drive traffic to your Eventbrite link, or at least that's how I do it. Or in the case of 3E's, they have their own ticketing system. I was trying to drive traffic to their ticketing system. And when I said we got hundreds of clicks, hundreds of people clicked through and saw the 3E's ticketing page.
Right.
And then you have media, you can have a video or an image, you can have multiple ones, and you have some ad copy. You type in some text and you tell them some demographic information, like what age of people, gender, location, interests. So for me, I did, I mean, this is, I'm not saying I'm like this person, but I said people who are interested in Jerry Seinfeld, people who are interested in stand-up comedy, people who are interested in beer. You pick a couple different things, people that I think are going to come out to a show, and then you assign a monetary value. So I ran several days, $25 a day is what I chose, and yeah.
Well, I understood most of that part, or already know that part. What I'm wondering is the reason I said maybe you want to talk about it off is like how much money did you spend? Like
Oh yeah, no, I $25 a day for several
Okay.
days,
Okay.
and I now I don't know for that show because I don't control 3E's ticketing,
Mhm.
who came through my ads.
Right.
I do know that I raised awareness for the club and for me. I don't know if I sold actual tickets on different shows where I do control the ticketing. I can see that tickets are moving because of these ads, and it's not usually huge, but it's usually enough to cover the cost of the ads at least.
Right.
And
Okay.
then the way I look at it is some people are just going to see that ad and they might not go that week. Maybe it's for Vale Comedy Show and they're like, okay, now I know there's a comedy show in
Yeah.
Vale. And then maybe like a month later, they got divorced, they're dating again, they're looking for something to do that's fun. Oh, I remember there was a Vale Comedy Show. And then they look it up and they go, and it's not connected in any way to the Facebook or Instagram ads or
Right.
whatever promotion, but they end up getting ads and hopefully those ads work. All right. Can I ask this audience question, and we got to wrap this up. This is so fun. This is great, Jason. You did a great job. What kind of mix of customers are there on Sundays? This is from North Carolina. This question: restaurant industry folks or corporate types? Who's? That's a good question. What kind of people are coming out to your show? Are they young? Are they old?
It's like I wouldn't say corporate types. I mean, they're not like wearing like business suits on a Sunday, or if they are. So I don't know. Just I would say we get a little bit of military. It's a military town. Some like 50s-year-olds, like somewhat conservative types sometimes, but they who kind of looked like they were ashamed to be laughing at some of the stuff, so that's good. Younger people, like this past weekend or yesterday, we had like a table full of like 20 something guys, a couple tables like that, and we're right near a big college, so a little bit of that. It's just regular people that would just come to Oscar Blues, which is a bar, restaurant, and a brewery.
Nice. And I imagine some of the audience are comics who are going to do the open mic after the show.
Yeah, they tend to hang out in the other room, and I give them a hard time about it because they never come in and watch. Like, all the open micers were hanging out at a booth in the other freaking room while Hannah Jones was there fucking destroying, sorry, pardon my language, but fucking destroying. Like, she's so amazing, and I was so pissed. Like, how are you guys not watching this?
That's a bummer.
They're like, well, I'm focused on mine. I'm like, yeah, well, we got good comedians happening here. But anyway, that show was
that's awesome. So, in summary, Jason Wilhite, everybody, runs free comedy every Sunday night at Oscar Blues in downtown Colorado Springs. Very cute. I was there this weekend. I can attest to what a great little town that is. They had the Labor Day liftoff. Crazy hot air balloon event. Was so fun. Really cool. What a great town. Great food at Oscar Blues and Grill. I've never eaten at the Springs one, but I've been to the Denver one.
Same thing.
And, yeah, I'm sure it's awesome. And he's a mover and a shaker trying to get Eddie Pepitone into a local comedy club. We got thank yous coming in. Jason, any final thoughts? Where can people look for you if you want people to look for you?
Oscar Blues Sunday, free comedy Sundays at Oscar Blues. Some variation of that will be a Facebook page. But if you just want to find me, just me where I post the stuff, I'm Jason Wilhite with an 0 in place of the O on Instagram, and then I don't know what I am on Facebook. Jason Wilhite something. There's a bald guy or a guy with a hat that is bald. I don't know what my picture is right now. I'm out there somewhere. Yeah, I don't know.
Thanks, man. Thanks for making the time on this holiday Monday. Thank you everybody for tuning in and learning about the comedy industry. And we'll be back next week with another amazing guest. And I'm going to reach out to Russell Keller and try and book him because you gave me an idea. And we're booked into November. It's early September right now. We're almost booked into December of this year. So I'll tack him on at the end. Did you have something else to add?
Yeah, I forgot to say at the beginning, I'm in Delaware.
Is that a Comedy Test Kitchen reference?
No, Wayne's World.
Oh, okay. Because Comedy Test Kitchen, which was the earlier version of this that started back in the pandemic, this kind of evolved from that. At one point, it changed from a comedy show to more interview style. But that I had comics from 49 states do that, like 5 continents and 12 countries, and or whatever the numbers were. But I never got Delaware, so maybe this counts. Maybe this counts as Delaware.
I know we're over time, but I'll just explain to you real quick. So in Wayne's World, there's the scene where I'm assuming you've seen the movie.
Yeah, a long time. I was in high school, I think.
Oh, okay. They're learning about green screen technology, and they have it behind them and says, we can travel off to faraway places, and it shows New York. And, hey, I'm in New York. And then they go to Texas and then Delaware, and they just stand there and go, hi, we're in Delaware. I'm in Delaware.
Awesome. All right, Jason.
For me. All right, thank you.
Thank you, everybody who tuned in. Stick around for a second.